In this video we'll show how to create a KMZ file from a georeferenced map in OCAD. Here we have the Taringa map. It's worth just double checking that the coordinate system has been set just by looking in the properties here, and you'll see that the coordinate system UTM WGS4 and its zone 56 south has been set, so that's good. We would then go File, Export. I already had that window open. For the MyOmaps app, we prefer to have tiled KMZ files, so recommended 512 by 512. So just set the tiles there. You can set a range of resolutions. 150 typically gives you a good enough resolution and a reasonably compact file size. And then finally, it's a matter of just selecting, I would say, the entire map. That then gives you the bounding box there, and you can export the file. You'll give it a name. I tend to suggest a name that that includes the original file name and also the dots per inch that you've used in exporting it. So I would go something like that. It's sorry, obviously not an OCAD 8 map anymore. Now the next step you might like to do is just check how accurate that georeferencing has been, and so that's easy enough to do in Google Earth. You may have seen a previous video where we've used these points here for the georeferencing of this map. I've opened that map just with File, Open, and you can open the KMZ file. I've got a variant of it here, and you can see it then gets displayed on the Google Earth imagery. You can check, just double check that your referencing points came out where you expected them to be. That should have been the case. You can obviously straighten this map up if you want to have magnetic north to the top. But really what I was focusing on here is just the accuracy of the georeferencing, and let me just get rid of those other points there, and just show that what you might like to do is to select that that map, and then down the bottom is a slider here that you can change the transparency of the overlay. So you might like to examine points close to where you're intending to put controls. So if we were to have a control somewhere near this this roundabout, it would be interesting just to observe whether the center of that roundabout is about right. So you know, we're not too bad there. The track here around in the park is not too bad. Perhaps a little bit off there. But you might notice, say, this street here. If you were to use that street junction, you might find a little bit of a problem in the georeferencing there, as the street is some way off the mark. This may lead you to, of course, go back and attempt another georeferencing of this map if you wanted to try and improve the accuracy. So really, that's the way to import the map into Google Earth, and you can then have a look at the accuracy. The other point you might be interested in is just the nature of the tiling. So in creating 512 by 512 tiles there, we've ended up with an image that's obviously made up of tiles, and you can turn tiles on or off just to satisfy yourself that you've ended up with an appropriately tiled image. Okay.